the very first official teaser for the new Rec Room original, RecCon 2 with new technology, and the return of the Forbidden One. Hello everybody, I'm BillehBawb from BVR, and welcome back to Rec Room Roundup. If you've watched my videos before and you're wondering where the heck I am, why the set looks different, and why the name isn't Rec Room Weekly anymore, you can check out this video up here. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to give a big thank you to my friend Chloe for making this set. She built it all for me, and I think it looks really nice.
You're welcome, Billy. No problem.
Yeah, thank you. But anyways, we've got a ton of interesting stuff to cover, so let's start out with the brand new updates. Firstly, since my last video, they reverted the changes they made to the new home menu. Here's what it looked like if you missed it. Basically, this home menu is making a bunch of people lag, and also a lot of people really didn't like it, so for now, they've reverted it back to the original home menu, and they're going to be tweaking it, and it's going to come back out at some point in the future. They also now have sushi as a brand new consumable. You can buy this from the store and eat it, and it's pretty cool, I guess. Okay, here's my problem with sushi. You see this piece? Look, there's a little paper wrapping around it, okay? That makes sense, right? Little paper wrapping. Well, you take a bite, and the paper wrapping is gone. What happens to the paper wrapping? Do you eat the paper? Is the paper edible? Where does the paper go? And next, they actually added something that I've been asking for over a year. You can now do a brand new expression in the espresso menu. And this is the standard smile. This is for pictures, because Rec Room kind of randomly picks what expression your face has. So in a lot of pictures, you'll look really upset for no reason, but now you can finally just smile. Like, this took so long. How did it take this long? And finally, in the latest update, they added the Friendotron to the rec center. This is a machine that you could use to give your friends gifts for free, basically, and I said could use because it's currently out of commission. Now, I know you'll never believe me when I say this, but you see, Rec Room actually released a feature that has bugs. I know, crazy, that's never happened before, but apparently the Friendotron had some pretty bad bugs with it, so they've temporarily disabled it, and it should be coming back at some point in the future. And that's about it for updates. Considering it's been 4 weeks since the last episode, that really isn't too much, but I think that's okay, because they've been focusing more on a ton of exciting events and news that we can get into right now. First up, RecCon 2 was announced. In case you don't know, RecCon was an in-game convention that happened last year. There were expo halls and booths and a lot of cool panels, and you could come check it out. And I think that basically everyone knew they were doing a RecCon 2021 this year, but it's good to finally have it announced. Last year for attending RecCon, you got a purple hoodie, but it looks like this time there are 2 outfit items that have been shown off so far. Firstly is the RecCon lanyard. It is purple colored, and then there is another RecCon hoodie, except this one is orange. So what can you actually expect to happen at RecCon 2021? Well, it's going to be a lot of the same as last year, except way bigger and better. People are going to be submitting booths that you can go look at in expo halls, and of course there's going to be panels, including a YouTuber panel that I will hopefully be on. I'll make sure to keep you all updated on that as more information comes, in case any of you want to come to my panel. Now, a lot of you might remember from RecCon last year that the panels just did not have enough space for people. There were like thousands and thousands of people that signed up for some panels, but Rec Room only allows up to 40 players in one room at a time. So only a very small percentage of people actually got to get into the rooms and watch the panels live. Well, this year they are amending that with some brand new, really cool, never seen before in Rec Room technology. And this technology basically just allows the game to broadcast an instance of a player into multiple rooms. So like, let's say a player is in a room and then there's 40 people in another instance of that room. This basically allows that player to be projected with all their voice and actions and body and stuff into that other subroom and many others at the same time. So this will allow panelists to be shown to thousands and thousands of players in different versions of the room all at once. Think of it kind of as a holotar, except instead of being pre-recorded, it's live. This is super cool, and at the time you're seeing this video, yesterday they actually ran the very first major test for this system. Gribbly did a live AMA where they used this technology, and it all seemed to work pretty well. So that's really exciting for panelists. Basically, like, if I'm a panelist, I get to go up, and I get to be talking to thousands of people at once, even if there's only a few people in my actual room. This technology, along with a bunch of other improvements and just better planning in general, are hopefully going to make RecCon 2021 an incredible experience. It'll be happening September 24th through 26th, so hopefully I'll be able to keep you all updated as more information on that comes out. But there is one other thing I think I need to mention when it comes to RecCon 2. Remember that Friendotron I talked about earlier? You know, the thing that was added to the rec center to let you give your friends gifts, but it had bugs, so it's not working right now? Yeah, well, behind that Friendotron, there was this code in text that was found. And if you've been here for a while, you might remember that this is pretty similar to something that happened a while back, where a bunch of random encoded text started showing up in the rec center. And all of this text was tied back to the Forbidden One. The Forbidden One is basically this, like, weird lore monster in Rec Room. If you want to know more about it, and the first time code started showing up in the rec center, check out this video I made up here about it. But this time the code was solved, and it said, I'll be back soon. I promise to have quite a show at your upcoming convention, referring of course to RecCon. And then once it was solved, this decoded phrase was added in the rec center to right up here. So this obviously connects back to the Forbidden One, and it alludes that something with the Forbidden One will be happening at RecCon. So that's pretty exciting. What if they have like a panel and then the Forbidden One comes out of nowhere and takes it over? I have no idea. I can't wait to see. So again, if there's any updates on that, or if anything happens at RecCon, I will make sure to keep you all updated, so subscribe if you want to see the latest news when it comes out. Next up, let's talk about the Reclympics. In between the time of this video and my last video, the Reclympics in their entirety basically happened, and now it's over. So what happened at the Reclympics? What important news was there? I mean, okay, I hate to be the one to say it, but did anyone actually care about the Reclympics besides the people who were in it? I genuinely want to know. Like, if you weren't in the Reclympics but you still kept up with it, then please leave a comment and tell me. And if you were the opposite, tell me too. Because personally, I mean, don't tell Rec Room this, but I did not care at all. There were just so many streams for the different events, and I didn't really feel attached to any of the, like, competing clubs, I guess. So I'm not going to go over every single thing that happened at the Reclympics, but basically, the events happened. The winners won their medals, and then there was a closing ceremony, and it was over. If you want to know what the Reclympics is, I already covered that in this video up here, so you might want to check that out. But other than that, there really isn't that much information to say besides it happened. Don't get me wrong, all the maps and stuff are really cool. Like, the laser tag one is an entirely new laser tag game mode, and it looks super cool. But as for the actual events, I mean, okay, moving on. The Carnival Contest Top 5 has been announced for each category. The Carnival Contest was basically a build contest, and you get a cool Maker Pen skin and some really cool outfit items for winning. And actually, if you're watching this on the day that it's uploaded, then the roomies are happening right now. So after this video, go over to the Rec Room YouTube channel and see if they're still streaming the roomies. If they aren't, then it should be uploaded, and you should be able to see who won. Here is all of the rooms that got top 5 in their categories, meaning they'll be able to go to the roomies. Sadly, in the quest category, my room, Triple Threat, did not make it, but thank you all so much for supporting the room, and I'm definitely not really upset that it didn't make it. It didn't bug me at all, honestly. I'm perfectly fine. Okay, one more thing before the Rec Room original teaser. I know that's what you all are here for. Rec Room has exited early access on Steam. Honestly, at this point, it feels like Rec Room has been out of early access for quite a while, so at this point, it's really more of a formality than anything. But to celebrate, if you go into the Rec Center for the rest of the month, you will get this special exclusive 5 years out of early access shirt. So that's cool, I guess. It doesn't really mean anything. The development process isn't really changing. Again, it's just more of a formality than anything. All right, and let's talk about that Rec Room original teaser. You can actually go and do this for yourself if you go into the Rec Center and you go near this window right here and you turn your ambience sounds on your watch all the way up and all the other sounds all the way down, and you listen very, very closely, you will be able to hear this faint noise. Yes, you heard that right. That was the sound of an engine revving. And this means, as I predicted like 3 episodes ago, this basically confirms that vehicles will play a large role in this next Rec Room original. You could technically make the argument that this revving is just for like vehicles coming to, you know, user-generated content, but come on, every single time they've done a teaser like this before, it's been for a Rec Room original. It's pretty dang clear that this is for a Rec Room original. Now, this doesn't mean that the next RRO is just going to be go-karts, okay? I've seen a lot of people hear this engine revving and be like, oh, it's go-karts because that's what people were asking for. It's going to die in like 4 weeks because they're going to have a limited amount of tracks, and then no one's going to want to play on it anymore. It's going to be like Stunt Runner all over again is what a lot of people are worried about. Well, I can tell you, don't worry, okay? While I can't assure you that it's not going to die in a couple weeks or months, I can basically guarantee you that it's not going to be just go-karts, and it's going to be something more. Now, I don't know what that something more is, and I don't have a source on this at all, but I'm just saying, I did say the Rec Room original was going to heavily involve vehicles like 3 episodes ago, and it's basically confirmed now that it is, so I'm just saying, you should totally trust me. I really think this next Rec Room original is going to be super cool, whether it gets boring after 2 weeks or 2 years. We'll just have to wait and see. And I can also pretty much guarantee you that there's going to be something at RecCon announced about this Rec Room original. Like, come on, that's the perfect place to announce something. It's gonna happen. Here's this week's weekly rotation of items. This set looks super sick, and I think that's about it. I will see you all next time with hopefully some very exciting information announced by then. Goodbye.